Greetings, fellow cooks. Marcelino Buena, your host of Dr. Flavor. Today I have a real treat for you. It's one of my favorites. It is called Tostones rellenos, or green plantains fried, filled with shrimp, garlic shrimp. You're actually going to love it. It's right here, next on Dr. Flavor. So for a brief explanation of what we're going to be making, green plantains is absolutely fantastic because it is a great appetizer as well as a side dish. I ate it a lot when I was growing up in Cuba and in the United States. My mother cooked it all the time. It's fantastic. So to give you a little bit more information, this is a plantain, okay? It's part of the banana family. And this is a banana. So you can see size of contrast, and obviously we're going to be making green plantains. Now, to give you a little bit more information, there are approximately 500 to 700 different plantains, plants, known of. And that's a lot, but we're going to be working on the regular green plantains today. Okay, ingredients, here we go. My favorite, absolute favorite, Badia's complete seasoning, a shallot, cilantro, but culantro, if you have it in the refrigerator, is perfectly good. A couple of teeth of garlic, a little bit of tomato paste, some small shrimp. So as you can see, some of the prep has already been done, and the shrimp are going to cook very quickly, so that's the last thing we're going to do. All right, what do we take care of? How do we take care of this guy over here? First of all, we're going to take off the ends. Okay? Simple so far. Then you take the knife and just grab it like this, only the tip showing, and you're going to cut in strips as such. Just the tip of the knife. All right. Then at that point, what you're going to do is you're going to grab the end and just peel back as such, right? So you're just going to peel off the skin. You notice that we use the tip of the knife so that we can actually control the cut. And voila, we have a green plantain. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut in about 1.5 inch pieces. All right. And we're going to do that for all of them. All right. As you can see, we're using a little fryer outside. First of all, it's really nice outside. Number two is my wife doesn't really like me frying anything in the house because of the oil and the odor and so forth and so on. So we're going to make it simple for all of us. Anyway, so the indicator says that the little fryer, the oil is ready. So we're going to start putting in the plantains. As you see, this is the size I cut them in. Small pieces, about 1.5 inches. And I'm going to do 2 batches. I only have 3 plantains here. So 2 batches. There we go. So it's frying it right now, and we're gonna let it get a little brown on the outside, and at that point we're gonna stop. Okay, so the tostones have been cooking for a few minutes, and they have a little nice color to them, as you can see. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're just going to decant, put it in this bowl, and we're going to start working on the last batch. Alright, so they're all flat on the bottom, and we start frying again. Rough life, isn't it? Hey, Bo, join us. So now we've finished the first frying of the plantains, or I'm going to refer to as the tostones. So the one part that we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make regular tostones. Very, very simple. We're just going to take the smaller pieces because I need the bigger pieces to make the filled ones. So we're going to use the end pieces. Alright? So, simple. You take a Baltimore Ravens cup. It has to be a Baltimore Ravens cup. And you squeeze down, and you peel it off, and you set it aside. Squeeze down, peel it off, set it aside. Remember, it has to be a Ravens cup. As long as I don't break my wife's cup, I'm good. Alright. So we're going to take these guys and we're going to put them in the fryer again. Step 2. And this was, when I found this on YouTube, I was absolutely delighted because it was a simple way of making tostones now. Filled tostones. You take a little bit of saran wrap, you put it in here, you take a tostone, a piece of plantain, you take another saran wrap and put it on top of that, bring it in, squeeze down, and now you have a cup. See that? So, and now we're going to put this in the fryer. So while we're making the second frying, as you can see, very simple. You take the tostones, the plantains, put it in between the foil, squeeze down on the lemon press, bring it up carefully so that it doesn't break up, and you have a nice little cup here. So we're going to continue to do them, and we're going to be batch frying them. They're frying beautifully. So what do you think? Thumbs up, huh? So let's take a look at what we have so far. These guys over here are simple tostones. Before you serve them, you shake them with a little bit of salt or whatever spice you want. If you will have a high blood pressure, I recommend a Costco brand organic no salt, and it tastes just as good as salt. Anyway, these are tostones, and these are the little cups. Some of the cups are a little bit bigger than this one, but this is the first one that we did. And and as you see, the guys over here are the ones that are still waiting for the bath. Okay, so we have the little cups, Tostones cups here, and we have the little flat Tostones over here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of salt on them. Like I said, there are salt substitutes. But please be careful with salt substitutes, because there are certain products that are considered salt substitutes, like no salt, that instead of having sodium chloride, they have potassium chloride, which can be deadly for anybody who has kidney disease. And low salt, that has a combination of sodium chloride and potassium chloride. Two different types of salts, but nevertheless salt. So be careful with that. So we have our olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to put in our shrimp. Now this cooks very quickly, guys, so the shallots in there, the cilantro in there. Like I said, cilantro is perfectly fine. Garlic, nice fresh minced garlic. And I like this to use a little bit of minced garlic, and the reason being is that you don't want to have too much complexity with flavor. It has to be relatively pure. Like it's been said before, one of the problems with the already prepared garlic is that it has tendency of being a little bit acid. So when you're using very few ingredients like this, you want to stick to real garlic. Alright, so we're going to get that going. Probably turn up the heat a little bit. And I used sazon completo, as you saw. And I'm going to have a little bit of tomato puree. And it smells wonderful. So a little bit of tomato puree would go into this. By the way, if you don't know about this, this is a Cuban American dish as well as a Puerto Rican dish. Garlic shrimp on tostones. Garlic shrimp, of course, is a Spanish dish. So you have to be real clear about that. It's a Spanish dish. I don't care what other country takes credit for it. But there's a lot of similarities. I have to tell you, there is a lot of rivalry between Cuban Americans and Puerto Ricans. Lots of rivalry. But, you know, we're very similar in many ways. So this doesn't take long to cook, as you can see. So let's taste the sauce first of all. Very good. I taste a little bit of the sazon completo in there. Add a little bit more. And little pinch of, a little bit of salt, a little shaking of salt. A little black pepper. Now take some of the seeds out, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in there, and of course I have to get out the seed that I just put in there. So I'm going to turn off the heat. And we are ready. Okay, fellow cooks, this is the finished product. As you can see, it's beautiful. A little cup of green plantains fried twice, and holding garlic shrimp. We're going to taste it, of course. That's one of the joys of this job, right? My goodness. It's absolutely fantastic. So, fellow cooks, I want you to try this out. You saw how I did it. You can join me. It's easy enough to prepare, and you will definitely impress your guests, your family. So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, invite other people, share it, and hit like. If you make any comments, I will try to respond to them as possible. And once again, this is Marcelino, your Dr. Flavor, signing off.